Welcome back one and all. It's Good Friday and we're finally getting on with the lawn renovation that we've been talking about for a while. So to be fair, I did start the other night when I went on with the core aerator from Eighties that he kindly provided me last year, and I had a bit of fun with it. So I'll put in the stills now, well the hyperlapse now, we're getting straight into this, of me doing this on Wednesday night. So I started by removing these cores here in order to literally start replacing some of the soil in these areas around here. So we did the vertical drains, but we're also trying to help it and just get this area as good as we possibly can get it for the upcoming year. Summer it's great, it starts to have some issues towards back end of autumn into winter holding water, but hopefully these improvements will help just give us that little bit extra. So anyway, we're back now to where we're at, and yeah, I left it to leave the cores to dry out. So I've got the rake out now. So this is again the tool. Unfortunately, Andy's, as it speaks at the current time, is a previous supplier of this tool, which was designed and manufactured in the UK. It's hardened tines on there. I've got some solid ones as well, but yeah, they've let him down. So hopefully Andy gets a new supplier that's going to work with him for the long term, because it's a brilliant design, brilliant piece of kit, and yeah, you know, supporting small businesses and all that in the UK. So that's what we've used, and now there's going to be a lot of hyperlapses in this video, so I'm going to just scrape this up and then we're going to go on and scalp it, because it's forecast rain today. Bloody Met was saying it's going to be lovely this weekend. Well, not lovely, well, sunshine and clouds, but now it's clouds and rain forecast, so we're going to try and get as much sun as we possibly can. Johnson's Premier Pitch is coming tomorrow because I need some more to do the two sides, back, front. Still got some Barenbrug left for the little lawn. We've got the compost. We'll show you the compost later. Very disappointed in Dandy's. Yeah, we'll go from there. So let's get on with it. Whilst I do that, my darling wife is going to do the washing. So the rain is starting to come down, like I said, a little bit at the minute, but yeah, you can see now, before it absolutely chucks it down and ruins all the work that I do when I walk on it, all the little holes that we've produced from Andy's aerator. Scraping up when it breaks down is obviously going to backfill some of the holes. So that's something, if you've got good soil and want to do some aeration, you can let them break down and stuff like that. Some people do that. Obviously I want to replace this with sand, so if we can get 80-90% of it all up and chuck it into the bush over the side, a couple more piles, and then we're going to go on with the hater and we're going to scalp it. We're going to put it on number one, we're going to make the hater cry, I'm going to give it a buzz cut. So there we have it, we've destroyed the lawn. It's brought up all the weed grasses that we don't want, so hopefully we're going to stress them out a bit more with Scarifying. I mean, there's a big patch here, but I remember when I was cutting that when we did this last year, I spent a good hour, I think 45 minutes before seeding on that Thursday night or whenever it was, pulling out some of these. I didn't pull them all out because I just got fed up of doing it. The lawn came out really good. So what we'll do is the same that we did last time and just give it a good scarify. A good thick sward should help drown and crowd out the existing weed grasses, and we'll get into a good position. Let's wait and see. That's where I'm going to do it. So we had a look at spraying it. I'm not going buying any more spot spray for the lawn, but we'll get the scarifier out. I could walk around and pull them all out, but it's going to start raining soon and I've got better things to do than that, you know, because as I said in my previous video, you're never really going to get away with it without either having a really good sward throughout the year, which gives limited opportunity for the power to establish within the grass. I think a lot of this has come through in the winter following, well, we'll talk about it now. I think a few weeks ago when I did one of my first videos of the year, this side of the lawn had little to zero weed grasses in, and then when we got to the start of April, well, start of March, I think we could say, the weed grasses started appearing. Now, is that because we were the lads have run on and damaged the lawn and created some spaces, allowed the weed grasses to come up? I think that might be one of the reasons, because it kind of correlates where the dead patches were, or the damaged patches were from the running on the snow, and the snow affected where we're at now. But we'll cope with it. On the far side, I think where the worm casting started popping through, that created a space for the poor grass to be opportunistic and start germinating there. But we shall see. But that's the plan for now. So we'll go over it now, because I mean, look at that. It's decimated that. As Marlon said.
Look how they massacred my boy.
So yeah. So we'll go on with the hater at number 2. Try sweep up some of this crap, and then we'll go on with the Scarifying with the Von House. And I promise I'll do some proper wire management this time, people. Now we are going to scarifying the lawn, 2 directions. We're going to go up and down, up and down. Then we're going to go at a 45-degree angle across, because that's how the pros do it. There's stuff potentially about stressing the lawn out, but we're already stressing it out, so it's just the way some people do it. I'm following that method of scarification. So yeah, so we're going to be using the solid tine, solid bladed cartridge on the old Von House to create some nice lovely grooves, remove all that thatch, and yeah, we'll go from there. Cool. So that's where we are now. 2 passes with the Von House. Loved it. It's very powerful. Filled the bag up quite well. A lot of dirt and soil going in there. But yeah, now you can see where we're at. Like I say, we're not going to be pulling out this stuff, but if you do want to pull out the power, this is the kind of stuff that you need. One of these. Don't tell the wife. Get an old one. But yeah, when you identify the plant, whichever one you're wanting, you got to get around under the crown, is it, I believe, and then you can pull the bugger out and eliminate it that way. They've got a shorter root system than what you usually have on well-established ryegrass plants, which is why a very, very long and infrequent watering is good at trying to basically reduce it in your lawn, because they dehydrate and they die off and they struggle, especially when you're cutting frequently as well, because that'll make your existing sward thicker. It'll make it tiller out, so it'll tell the energy of your rye or whatever you've got, bent or fescue or Kentucky bluegrass or Tahoma 51 or, you know, what's the other one, St. Augustine, all that stuff if you want, and it'll force out the power. So yeah, it's easy to get out, but there's just so bloody much of it. It's it's a drop in the ocean what I'm doing here. That's why I'm just trying to manage it throughout the season, either by spot spraying, digging it out like this, or yeah, scoping, because it's never going to win any awards, but they're a handful from what, 3 or 4 items. So that's about it really. So unfortunately it seems rain has stopped play for the day, but hopefully we'll resume tomorrow. But we got to a point now where we can put a bit of seed down, then a little bit of sand, and the rest of the seed like we did last time. So, all being well, DHL will deliver tomorrow. We'll see you then. And we're back. It's Easter Saturday today. So, what should be a one-day job was put off by the rain. It's dry, a bit windy today, but good news is I had a delivery from our friends over at Green Care. We spin round. That came this morning, so got a wonderful big bag of Johnson's Premier Pitch and a wonderful big bag of 1044 fertiliser, because as I mentioned on my other videos, my plan of attack on this is I fed it a few weeks ago, didn't I? About 4 weeks ago now. I fed it with a 1044 with the ICL and stuff like that. The feed will last around about 6 to 8 weeks. So by the time that grass starts germinating and starts to use the nutrition in the soil, my thinking, there'll be a little bit left in there, and then in 2 weeks' time, after the seed's germinated, we're getting ready for the first cut, we can put on a feed then. So that's what I did last year, and it worked really well, and that's what we'll do again this year, because it worked really well last year. So that's it. So that side we're going to go on at around about 45 grams per square metre on the Johnsons. So we're going to put some down now in the drop spreader because of the wind. But it's died down a bit now. We'll use the drop spreader, a few passes, going at half rate, so we can put 3.5 kilos down onto the far side. Then we're going to use the sand to top dress, and then we'll put some more seed on, the rest of the seed on. So there's a little bit of a top dressing of sand, seed, then top dressing of compost. Roll it in between, and then we'll go from there, and that should be the job done. So that's what we're doing today. So like, subscribe, all that. If you want some of that seed, some of that feed, some liquids that I use, I get them all from Green Care. 95% of the stuff I get is from Green Care. We've got a discount code, Real Mowing Club, 5% off, you get free delivery, all that jazz. It's good stuff, unless you're in America, Hebrides or something like that. Yeah. So check them out, Green Care. They're really good, really snappy, really responsive, and got some good prices. I've talked about the A1 lawn feed is the same pretty much as the 1044. So yeah, save yourself 20 quid. Use my discount code versus the A1 lawn stuff. But let's get on this now. We'll hyperlapse it, and then we'll go from there. That's the first pass done, around about half rate. We've still quite a bit of seed down there in areas. I don't know if it can pick it out, but it's all little bits there. I'm going to cover this now with the sand. So core aeration holes, so some people say that yeah, it's good for the seed to fall down. I think in that little one there, you got a couple of seeds in there. Strength of germination out of there is, I question that, to be honest. But overall, yeah, good coverage to start with. Let's cover it up with some sand now, and we'll go from there. I actually did talk about the sand on a little short, YouTube short yesterday. It was more for the Facebook group. Let people know, because they always ask, but this is the sand that I'm using again. For anyone who didn't see that and anyone who's interested. So I'm using washed grit from a local supplier. It's quite fine. It looks like it's screened to a reasonable millimeterage because there's nothing big in it. And this will fall down the holes, helping improve drainage in the area overall, help retain levels. And yeah, that's what I want. Once the grass is grown through, it'll look good. It'll look good on the back. So this is what I'm using again. So I'm going to use the Ben Sims method of filling up a barrow and flinging it. One foot in front of the other and fling it. Shame I've not got a bigger shovel-headed shovel, but we'll go from there. been about 14 seconds for you men and women, and it's been about 3 hours for me. It took a lot longer than usual because I was chatting away to neighbours and passers-by asking, what am I doing? Why am I doing? Talk about football, etc. But overall, we've got a nice little coverage. So we used nearly 800 kilo bag, a little bit left over across the area. So we're backfilled in, and it looks a lot better than what it is. A lot of the pole has been smothered, I think. So yeah, that's where we're at now. So we're making good progress, slow progress, but good progress. Glad I don't do this for a living. I wouldn't make any money because I take far too long. So we've got the rest of the seed there, so we're going to just put that on. Yeah, and then we'll look to put that on, and then we've got the compost from Dandy's. So let's talk about this compost now. So I ordered this expecting, insert now, these images from the Dandy's website, expecting good things as a cheaper version to some of the big stuff you can get, like the Field 4, because I can't afford to pay that much. Honestly, I don't want to pay that much, and I can't afford to pay that for compost. So I've gone for some soil improver stuff from Dandy's in the picture, using Andy Easter's long kit discount code at the time, and the free delivery. It cost about 100 quid for this 800 kilo bag or ton bag. And this is the stuff that we've got. Some people probably seen it on the Facebook groups, if not. But yeah, we've got lots of twigs in that weren't in the pictures.
This don't look like the pictures.
Bits of, composted flowers, bits of stone. Apparently it's supposed to be screened, and on this occasion it seems that the screen had broken. So we're going to give it a go, but I am not expecting good things with this. They've already given me a 20% refund, and looking back, I should have really, like many people said, got onto it and said, no, come and get it and take it back, because yeah, it's been out in the rain yesterday, but it's not friable, so we'll have to see what we can do with this in the compost spreader. So I'm going to put the seed on, compost it, and then spray it with some I'm going to put the bio booster on, and the seaweed as well. So double hit the seaweed and the bio booster just to give it a start, and the mulch, I think. We'll have a think about that while I do this bit, but yeah, we'll crack on. We'll see if we can actually do anything with this shite. That is done. It's taken a lot longer than what I would have hoped and what I expected. That's the Dandy's crap post, should it be called. So yeah, as I said about 13 seconds ago before this hyperlapse. Sorry if it was so long, I can't believe how long it's took me. This little bag here, oh, hopefully the camera's filming right. So this bag here is, yeah, what, third full? And we took a third. I mean, we're only taking a little bit of compost out for just dressing the top of it. So I've got all that I need to get rid of now. So, and then we've got this left to do, the little one, and the front. So we're probably going to be using probably a third of the bag of the good stuff to get 2/3 of a bag to get rid of somehow. But anyway, next stop before we water is just to get some liquid on it. So I'm going to put on, as I mentioned, some seaweed, because studies have said seaweed helps seed germination. So put it on now. I've done it before, it's always worked. I put a little bit of mold turf on, and some of the humics and fulvics, and just stick it on just to get a little bit of nutrition into the soil profile. So we'll do that now. Then I'll put the water on, got my pump back, and we'll leave it at that because it's been a long ass day. My tea's ready. I need to go and have a bath, get cleaned up, and then clean up in the house, and then we can do that one either tomorrow or Monday. We'll see. But thank you very much. Like, subscribe, watch the rest of this hyperlapse, watch one of these other videos. Competition, 5,000 subs. Let's get up there, we'll do competition. greencare.co.uk for all your feed, seeds, liquid needs, and yeah, on that, watch me do this. I'll read it soon.